Hi, I'm Eva Lane from anxiousrelief.com, and I'm going to talk you through some tips that you can use when you are dreading going to work tomorrow. I have been exactly where you are right now. I have worked in some terrible jobs in my time. I've also worked in some really good ones, but I know that feeling of absolutely dreading going into work. Just a story for you. My first job when I left uni was a particularly horrible job. It was quite a toxic office environment, very, very competitive. It was very sales based and very sales focused, and people had targets that they needed to meet each month, which, that's reasonable. But some of the tactics that people would employ to meet these sales targets was just really not in alignment with being the best people that they could be. And it led to an office environment which was very, very backstabby and very competitive, and it just led to really feelings of you couldn't trust anyone. Not a good place to be, and I'm very, very happy to have moved on from there and moved on with my life. I just want to show you some tips that you can use when you're feeling this way, when you're feeling like you've got no choice but to go to work tomorrow, you're absolutely dreading it, and you don't want to go. Two of these tips are short-term tips that you can use right now to help yourself feel better, and that you can use when you're in the workplace to make yourself feel better. And the final tip is a longer-term tip, steps for moving forward. So, step one is grounding your energy. Now, when you're stuck in a toxic environment and you are surrounded by people that don't align with you and don't have your best interests at heart, that can lead to your energy being dragged down, and it can bring you into a state of reaction, constant reaction. So basically, when something happens, you, whether you know it or not, always react to what it is that's going on. Every action has an equal and opposite reaction. So something will happen, you then react to that, and that causes you to feel deflated and down and unhappy. Grounding brings you back into alignment and brings your energy down into your body again, so that you can connect with yourself again, so that you can really tune into how you are truly feeling yourself, and it brings back that focus back to you, your own thoughts, your own feelings, how you are when you're not being tainted by this toxic environment that you're in. I have a free energy healing MP3 guided meditation to guide you through how to ground your energy. But just to quickly run you through it, you just sit down and you get settled. You put your feet flat on the ground. You bring your energy down into your body, and you simply visualize tree roots growing out of the soles of your feet, going down into the ground, down, 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 to connect with the core of the earth. And then you can feel that energy settling down into the core of the earth, and you can bring earth energy back up into your body as well. And that's a really good way to just feel calmer and more settled in yourself, so that you're not constantly in that reaction mode. Step two, and this is another thing that you can use immediately to just make yourself feel a little bit better and a little bit soothed about going into work tomorrow. It's a protection meditation. So I also have this over on my website, anxiousrelief.com, a guided meditation that you can use to really get yourself into this state of being, this feeling protected. But just for now, just picture yourself in a bubble of white light. This is a bubble that surrounds you, and it is completely whole, and it is just filled with beautiful, healing, pure white light. And everything about the energy inside this bubble really wants the best for you. It's really cheering you on. It's holding you in protection, and it's really energizing you and nourishing you for what you need to move forward. And what you'll find is if you put yourself in a bubble of white light just as you're about to go into your toxic workplace, you will find that you are almost in a shield, or definitely in a shield of perfect, pure white light. And you'll just find that the things that would bug you normally don't bug you as much. You find that you're more resilient. You find that you're bouncing back quicker, and you'll find that you're not taking things as personally as you might usually do. And I definitely, in my own experience, have found a huge difference between when I would white light myself before I go into my workplace and when I might not white light myself in my workplace, when I would forget to do that. And you'll probably notice it as well. So I just ask that you try it. It can be super quick, just as you're getting into the elevator of a morning, or just as you're parking your car in the car park. Just put yourself in a bubble of white light and notice the difference. You can also use this white light trick for right now when you're thinking about your workplace, and you can picture your work desk in a bubble of white light, your work area in a bubble of white light. If you have a meeting that you're maybe a little bit worried about, picture the meeting room in white light. And you can also imagine the conversation in white light as well. And what you're doing by doing that is you're aligning it with your energy. You're putting healing energy into it. You're aligning it with your own energy. And you're just kind of smoothing the road ahead for yourself. The third step is to start making goals. This is a longer term step. So the third step is to decide what it is that you want, and then to create the steps that you need to take in order to get yourself out of this toxic work environment long term. You might say, I'm stuck where I am. There are no other options for me. My butterfly, there are other options for you. They might take some time to attain. They might take some effort to attain. The fact of the matter is, if this work environment isn't working for you, and if you're scared and anxious about going to work tomorrow, something's got to change. Something's got to change long term. And just having a goal to eventually work your way out of where you're currently stuck will do wonders for your sense of purpose and your ability to get out of bed in the morning. So just think about, what might you like to do after you're finished in this current workplace? What might be the next step? And then work out, what are you currently doing to get there? It might be something huge. You might need to go to nursing school in order to, learn the skills and get the accreditation that you need to become a nurse. Well, what are you going to do right now to start on that road? Contact the nursing school, get information about enrollment. You might need the grades. You might need to go back and do over some schooling so that you can get the grades to get into nursing school. Whatever it is, it doesn't matter. However long the road is, it really doesn't matter. What matters is that you map out the steps that you need to take, and you just start on that path. taking the steps that you need to take to get to where you want to go for as long as it takes. This isn't about rushing things. This isn't about skipping ahead. This is about your life and doing what needs to happen, taking the long road. If that's what is required, take that long road. I can't tell you how long my road has been to get to where I now currently am, working as a Reiki practitioner, working as an energy healer, helping women to remove anxiety blocks from their life. It's taken me literally 15 years to get to where I am now. And I just never gave up. I worked a myriad of jobs to get to where I am. Some great, some not so great. But I used the techniques that I have outlined in this blog to move me forward. I grounded my energy, I protected myself in the short term, and then I kept my eye on that long-term prize of what I wanted. I can't emphasize how important it is to have a goal in the long term and to be taking steps to achieve it. I'm Eva Lane. Come over to anxiousrelief.com, download the grounding meditation that I outlined in the blog, and also download the protection meditation. I'll put the links beneath this video. Love and light.